Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to include many different emotional sequences as well as action-packed scenes in this movie by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is, of course, going to rely on Star Wars Legends material in order to really draw from that source material that was actually created in the late 1990s into the early 2000s, as well as using a lot of original ideas from George Lucas in his original drafts of Return of the Jedi, The Empire Strikes Back, etc. Now, on top of all of this, a lot of fans are very intrigued about what's going to happen to Kylo Ren in Episode 9. Will he be redeemed, or will he fully embrace the dark side of the Force and really be very much different to what happened to Darth Vader at the very end of Episode 6? Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions and one of the set leaks, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, it's described that one of the sequences that were filmed during the month of December of 2018 over in Cardington involved a sequence where it's explained that both Adam Driver and Harrison Ford were on set of the Death Star wreckage, where tons of rain and wind machines were used. It's explained that Harrison Ford was standing in front of a massive green screen, where Harrison was delivering dialogue as Han Solo about forgiving his son for mistakes and that it was not too late to change who he has become and who he could become later on in life. The sequence is said to be very emotional for the fans and the characters involved in this scene, and is said to take place right before both Kylo Ren and Rey battled Darth Sidious in a 2-on-1 lightsaber duel. The sequence is also described to contain a special score by John Williams that is said to make fans shed tears upon viewing the sequence on screen, and that Han Solo is described to be in the same outfit as he was in The Force Awakens. Here, Han is said to have some kind of white aura around him that lets fans know that it's just a vision of some kind in Kylo Ren's mind that is initiated by Luke's Force Ghost from the netherworld of the Force. The scene is said to bring a change of heart within Kylo Ren, where Kylo is said to have an epiphany moment after seeing his father once more. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, without a doubt, this is a big hint and or indicator of Kylo Ren redeeming himself and turning back to the light side of the Force and returning as the good man of Ben Solo. This is a big hint out there and or indicator that that is actually going to be a thing in Episode 9 of Han Solo somewhat redeeming Kylo Ren, or at least leveling him a little bit toward the light side of the Force to help Rey going up against Darth Sidious. Now, what I like so much about this is that, yes, this does connect to what we went over a couple of months ago about Harrison Ford filming a couple of scenes related to visions and flashbacks and whatnot. And not only does this sound very emotional, but the fact that John Williams actually created a special score for this moment that is said to really make the fans shed tears once they go ahead and see this film come this December, I think it's really going to stand out as a very legendary moment in the sequel trilogy of Kylo Ren seeing Han Solo. Now, let's be clear that this is not Han Solo in the form of a Force Ghost. This is Han Solo in the form of a vision that is initiated by, of course, Luke's Force Ghost to show Kylo Ren about this Han Solo vision within Kylo's mind. And what's so intriguing about this is that this is also somewhat indirectly Luke Skywalker redeeming Kylo Ren at the same exact time, though, Han Solo redeeming Kylo Ren in some way, shape, or form as well in a different way. And that's what I like about this, is that, you know, we do know that J.J. Abrams and George Lucas were heavily involved with the construction of Kylo Ren's character, how he would develop as a character from start to finish of this movie, and where the character would end up being at the very end of Episode 9. Now, my only thing is that I really hope that Ben Solo / Kylo Ren does not die per se to the point where there's no Skywalkers left at all whatsoever. But it seems like that we may be heading in that direction. There have been a lot of hints and or indicators out there that Leia is, of course, going to die at a certain point in time in this movie as well. And I think that a lot of fans wouldn't really agree with all the Skywalkers just dying off into the dust and leaving them behind, where Rey is the only one that's to survive. Now, to me, I think that at least, leaving one Skywalker alive would be great insurance for Disney and Lucasfilm. If they ever wanted to go back to the Star Wars movies and expand on those characters or expand on a specific bloodline, they could always do that if they really wanted to, and I think that would be a smart move to at least keep one of the Skywalkers alive. That, of course, being, without a doubt, Kylo Ren / Ben Solo. And I think the fact that Kylo Ren, how he was pretty much, introduced in The Force Awakens and tested with in The Last Jedi, and now in Episode 9, they're really taking him to different levels. I honestly am very intrigued to see what JJ and George have in store to end his story at the very end of this movie for Episode 9. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below and let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.